Hello, YouTube. It's actually morning. Yeah. And I'm out back by the O'Galley Library here. Getting ready to try to get in when they open so I can get one of these offices. Because I'm going to be looking for more work. And trying to do some other stuff that I need internet access for. Anyhow, the other day we tried to fix the back leak here on the coolant that was coming out through that pipe back there, the connection pipe, and we didn't fix it using this almost $6 worth of the Fix-All, the JB Weld liquid. So I'm gonna try super glue. Yeah. This is super glue from Dollar Tree, so this tube here is $1. I figure if super glue works for my teeth, maybe it'll work for the hole. So I've got to crawl back up under there and take a look and see what's going on. Let's do that. All right, we're gonna. Before I do that, though, let me get a paper towel here. Got some to wipe it. And a cigarette butt's in the way. I think I'm gonna have to move the van forward a little. You can see the little drippage right there. That's where the leak is. So I'm gonna pull the van forward a little. So let me do that. Alright, the van's been pulled forward enough for me to crawl under there. Hope I don't get run over here. We are gonna try to crawl underneath. There's some gross stuff there. And take a look. And see what is going on under here. Okay, that's weird. This is all wet under here. I don't know if that's from the leak, but that is several lines that run under here. That rear is really... Okay, this is where the leak was and is. And I'm getting my head all wet. Slimy wet. And it looks like this is it right here. Except that my repair was terrible. I think I just made it much harder for myself. I'm gonna have to try to scrape this off or pull it off. Here it comes. This was the repair I tried to do with that leak seal thingy. And it did not work. Yeah, we made it worse for ourselves. I'm gonna have to try to scrape that off. I think I need a screwdriver or something to bust through that. Parts of it are coming. But, actually this is the hole right here. So I don't even really need to worry about the rest of that. This is where the hole was, as far as I can tell. So it looks like that's a hole right there. Yeah, I think that was the hole. So what I'm gonna do is try to dry it and put the glue all over that. This other part I'm not worried about because that's not where the leak was as far as I know. The leak is actually from here. And as far as I know, that's the only leak. Maybe there's other spots that are leaking. Could be leaking from up here too. This is wet. Squirting everywhere. I don't know. Well, we are gonna try to deal with this by trying to seal that hole right there. Just use I'm gonna dry it and then put the glue on it. So let me deal with that. And we'll see what happens. I have opened up the unit and punched a hole. Unit, meaning the bottle here. Punched a hole. And I think I'm gonna do another wiping down here. And a little hole right there. We're gonna try to fix it. Can't even see what I'm looking at. Okay, here we are. The hole is right there, and we're going to try to patch that. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to squeeze this all over the hole and just try to seal it with a glob of glue. And I'm going to spread it all around. Thick glob, super thick glob, and just hope that it seals. Yeah, this is a mess. We'll see what happens with that glob right there. So I managed to get the lid back on here, but we're going to look again underneath and see how much coverage I was able to do. It's kind of dripping right there. About to drip, and because I might have put a little too much. But I'm going to spread it. Try to get it somewhat smooth. Keep it from dripping and getting weaker. This glue is kind of rubbery. It's globby. It's meant for repairs is what it says on the thing, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's enough to seal it. We're gonna find out. Now I'm gonna wait for it to dry, and I might even put some more globs on there just to make it even thicker, you know, before I attempt to drive. I'll let it set by not going anywhere today. I'm just going to go in the library and let this sit all day. Over in the distance you can see another van dweller. Alright. Sun still hasn't risen. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Believe it or not, I'm actually out here barefoot. Yeah, I just woke up. So anyhow, I am going to go for a little walk. Barefoot. Right out here onto the pier. As you know, Blue is experiencing some more mechanical issues. We just dealt with the brakes, and of course we got the tie rods, which people are telling me is a safety hazard. So that's going to have to be dealt with. Now, my own reasoning was to have the brakes done, because that's all I could really afford. And then even then, it was only like partially done. You know, they did replace both brake pads. The calipers were still intact. Hey, that's a manatee, I think. Is that a manatee? No, that's a rock. The rocks are emulating manatees. Alright, let's go for a walk. Anyhow, we are now here. I might even put my foot in there. It's weird. It's fish. See how that jumping, the swimming? Look how fast that fish is swimming. Birds are here to feast on these fish that are swimming around and jumping. You know, this is one of the benefits of living in a van, believe it or not, is getting up and seeing stuff like this, which if I was in a sticks and bricks, I would miss. You know, waking up in the morning and seeing the fish like this, or the manatee when it decides to come up. But anyhow, received a lot of information, you know, on that last video about the repair of Little Blue's brake system and whether or not it was time to get rid of Blue. Now, several of you have mentioned that previously I was going to get rid of Blue. Because at a certain point, a vehicle, when it starts to get old and starts to fall apart, it becomes more of a money pit. You know, you're going to keep constantly having to sink money into it. And Little Blue, too, has more than 350,000 miles. I don't know if you guys know, Little Blue 1 had like 410,000 miles on her. Yeah. I was trying to hit 1 million on her, but didn't make it. Little Blue 2 was bought to replace Little Blue 1, and when I got her, she had like 310,000 miles on her. So I've only put on like, what, 40,000 miles? You know, which isn't really that much. But actually, pretty, I guess maybe about 3 years worth was 40-something thousand miles I put on her. And the thing is, she's kind of falling apart. Now, these problems that she's having can actually each be fixed right now, because it hasn't been anything big yet, like the engine itself or the transmission, which would pretty much make her a goner, because that's like at least $2,000 to try to fix those things. But she's still running now, and my plan